additional innovations that will fit your needs in case you update to the latest S4 HANA release. Pavel, I'm trying to move to the next slide. Okay. Can you see the next slide now?
Yes, Kankana.
Okay. I think only click doesn't work, so I have to go there and change it. Okay, this is the legal disclaimer before we can begin. This is our outline. Please take a moment to look at it. This is our official portfolio. So as you can see here, the part that is highlighted in dark gray area are included and delivered as part of the S4 HANA. The one in the light gray area are need additional licenses and are add-ons. The ones in the white area need additional licenses and also it needs installations. Today, as part of the S4 HANA Business Scope 2022, we will be covering sales. So this is our S4 HANA architecture as it evolves till date. So this is the overall highlights for the 2022 release in all the LOB areas. As we go forward, so these are the innovations that we will be highlighting today from the sales area. So in the latest 2022 release, we have some important innovations that are there, like automatic enhancement, automatic creation of sales order through unstructured data and the side-by-side view of the uploaded documents. We have advanced intercompany sales, which enables you to have intercompany sales between two entities, even if they are in different countries. So, and then we have self-form stock process with value-added stock in transit, merging of sub-items upon recheck of item availability, along with quick access for mass change of different sales document across the document categories through a single screen. Moving forward, in price management, we have approval workflow for price changes and simplified pricing procedure to handle international sales transactions and legal tax requirements. In the claims and refund management, we have integration of customer returns with in-house repairs, and as well as in the sales quotation and contract management, we have managed trading contracts, scale scheduling agreements, which enables you to monitor your delivery schedules and understand the deviations, and efficient management of product demand. Item discontinuation in sales scheduling agreement is also possible, and we can schedule follow-on document processing as well. In the area of sales and billing solution, we have situation handling to inform the business users about the billing documents which are not posted to financial accounting. As the world is changing, the importance of mobile and latest technologies such as machine learning, RPA, and digital assistance is getting more in traction now. And SAP has also, as you can see, we have done in the sales order and billing solution has been made the front runner for the new digital economy. These days, customers can interact with your organization by various modes like Ariba network, e-commerce websites, Salesforce automations, or via call or phone, email, fax, etc. So there are multiple channels with which customers can interact with your organization, and hence for your organization, it is mandatory to move faster and fulfill the orders as fast as possible. So you need to boost your efficiency with the latest technology. Considering all these customer requirements, we have enabled SAP solutions in the area of analytics monitoring and alerting. So therefore, our product visions include embedded strategic operational reporting with deep drill down capabilities in real time, and also real time process monitoring and alerting, providing you insights through which checking these insights you can take actions with our state of the art Fiori UI. SAP has also invested on the integration for aspects wherein we are trying to provide fully automated, intelligent exception handling and efficient processes with very appealing user interfaces. Similarly, we have internal and external data coming together for an omni-channel convergent billing. Moving forward, in the sales monitoring and analysis, one of the key app that we have for our sales monitoring and analysis is the um, My Sales Overview app. In this app, as you can see, there are multiple cards giving you a feel of a dashboard. So this dashboard covers different kinds of sales documents, sales related documents, and you can also perform some actions on those sales documents. So as you can see on the screen, so we have like cards like block credit memo, customer contacts, customer returns, sales order fulfillment. So one important aspect of all these cards is whatever analysis you can see here, you can actually click on these cards and go further into the details of those documents, and you can as well take actions on those documents. Moving forward with the same app, we have certain filters that are available in the header. So as an internal sales representative can choose these filters. For example, if he uses the display currency as USD, all the cars that are relevant for your dashboard will automatically reflect the changes. Similarly, if you want to see the overall analysis for a particular sales org, you can select the sales org, and you will see all the data being reflected in all the cards at the same time for the sales org that has been selected in the filter criteria. Moving further, you can now set up workflows to have sales documents undergo an approval process before they can be processed any further. For example, you can define workflows such that if a sales order exceeds its net value to 500 euros for a specific customer, then it has to be sent for an approver for approval. So whenever an internal sales representative creates a sales order or make changes to it and saves it is relevant for approval, then the system automatically sets the approval flag and the approval reason as well in the sales document header. So this particular work item will be received in the approver's inbox, and the approver can take further action by checking the details. So the approver can accept the item, or the approver can reject the item, or the approver can ask to rework on the particular item, and again the same thing can, after the sales representative reworks on it and the changes are made and saved, then again it can come to the approver for the approval process. Moving forward, the next capability we have is to execute mass changes to the sales document. So with this app, you can make changes to any of the sales document like sales order, sales quotation, or customer returns, debit memos request, credit memo request, etc. So for each of these documents, you can choose to make either at the header level changes or at the item level. As you see here, we can select multiple sales documents and perform action on them. So what happens, all these documents will be collated in a single job. Now this job can run in the background, and once the job is completed, it will give you the number of documents that are processed successfully or failed. So once if there are failed if there are failed items in the job, then you can always reschedule or change that job and manually. Um, is the line clear now?
Yeah,
Yes,
Kankana, go
Kankana.
ahead.
Yeah.
Or you can manually set it to be completed. Okay, I think I do. Okay, the next app we have is the sales order fulfillment app. Here the sales order, until now we had in the sales cycle until now we had different apps for different documents and different to see whether there are discrepancies. But now with the sales order fulfillment app, we have combined most of the issues into a single app. And as you can see here, we have listed down various issues that you can see together in a graphical format or in a list format using this sales order fulfillment app. So you can select any of the card, and by clicking on the item list, you can navigate and perform the actions to resolve the issues and proceed further. Moving to the next topic is the intelligent product proposal. So when an internal sales representative creates a sales order, you can choose to receive product and quantity proposals for a potential items that for a customer based on what the customer has been ordering till now. So there, if you have activated the product proposal, it might happen that a particular customer is ordering a product ABC for a certain number of times with a quantity 100. Now, from past few orders, maybe there is a increase in the number of quantity that is being ordered by the same customer for the same product ABC. So with the intelligent product proposal, the internal representative can already receive the proposal of the increased quantity that has been in a trend from past few interactions. So in this way, the internal representative can quickly work with the solution with the sales orders. And this product proposal feature is based on the dynamic product proposal framework, which enables you to receive product and quantity proposals and helps to enable faster selection of the products. Next, we have the customer expected price. So here we have the capability in the managed sales documents with customer expected price. Here again, it gives an intuitive worklist app that displays the sales order that are locked due to discrepancies between the net price and the customer expected price. So this app helps you to resolve these discrepancies either by accepting the customer price or by adjusting the customer price manually. So in case the customer price is not accepted, and then the sales order will proceed with its net price for further processing. Otherwise, the sales rep can make the changes in the net prices to reflect the customer price and then go ahead with the further processing of the sales document. Now we have the create sales order app. So this app helps you to move away from the traditional VO01 transaction, and the complexity is also reduced drastically without any compromises in the transactional business requirements. In this app, you also get a graphical process flow that enables the entire document flow to be seen in a graphical format along with the statuses of the each document. With this now in this case, in case there is any UI adaptation required, you can easily do that with the same app by using the expert configuration mode, and you can add any custom field, and these custom fields would can be extended further into your persistency along with the bari implementations. Another very important app that has been provided is the import sales order app via the MS Excel upload. So in this app, you can create mass number of sales orders from an Excel file. So basically, there is a standard Excel template that needs to be downloaded from this app first. And this template contains a list of sales order fields that are needed for importing the sales order. Currently, the template has 160 fields comprising of all the mandatory and optional fields. So in case you have any other custom fields as well, then this template has a placeholder to add the data for those custom fields and add that custom field as well as a column and upload this template into our import sales order app. Once you upload this template, there is a separate job that would be run, and you have monitoring apps to check whether the sales order that has been imported are fine. So the end user can review all the sales order creations by using a simulation approach first, and then once all the sales orders that or whichever sales orders are fine after the simulation, then those sales order can be given for final creation. Next, we have the intercompany, advanced intercompany sales, which allows you two affiliated companies and an external customer to participate in a single intercompany process. With the advanced intercompany sales process, the system automatically creates the additional business documents like purchase orders from the selling companies, sales orders in the delivering companies, purchase orders automatic creation of intercompany purchase order in the selling company, that in turn triggers the creation of an intercompany sales order in the delivery company. Invoicing of the customer by selling company, integration of the entire process into a value chain monitoring framework is also enabled. For the transfer of goods between the affiliated companies and the customer, the system uses valuated stock in transit. The intercompany process is highly automated as an end-to-end scenario, and it also integrates with the ATP, MRP, and it also supports legal compliances and helping the and helps to keep the financial and material ledger postings in sync with full audit transparency. Moving further, as we discussed in the previous slide about the monitor value chain, we have an app for the same, which enables you to track all the relevant steps of the intercompany's sales, advanced intercompany stock transfer, sell from stock with valuated stock in transit, business processes. This app provides you with a detailed overview of all the relevant steps in these processes. In addition, it directly integrates these processes with other business applications. The business benefits are increased transparency, efficiency, and cross-team collaboration. So until now, the current business point that we have is that in sales offices, we receive the customer orders in the form of PDF file as email attachments. So you would receive the orders as PDF attachments in your email inbox, and then the sales representative has to constantly monitor these inboxes regular intervals and check for the attachments, then download them and then process the data, then basically fetch all the relevant data from this PDF file and then create the sales order in the S4 HANA. But now with S4 HANA, with the latest innovations, we have completely automated this, where S4 HANA provides you with the automated process using the AI and machine learning. So here, your inboxes can be monitored, and the orders would be matched with the required data that is needed for the creation of the sales order, and automatically these data would be transported through our AI, and the sales order related structures would be defined. With this, the internal sales representative can see all the sales order that can be created in a side-by-side view of the uploaded documents. And if there are any correction, he can do those correction, simulate the sales order creation, and confirm the order creation. So this has improved the sales productivity with process automation. With this, I would like to hand over to my colleague Sahil for taking you further into the journey. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Kankana. So I'll share my screen. I think we have around 25 minutes. So I'll just try to share, and give the innovations. I think a lot of questions are put on the chat, and we're trying to answer that also. So, so the call is more about the innovation that we have in the S4HANA Cloud. So, we are trying to take you through all of them. So I'll just share and can you see my screen?
Yes, sir.
Okay, sure. So the next is the price management that you're going to cover in this. So the first one is the sales price management. So basically we can say that we have one of the product for which we have already defined the prices, and there's a situation that we are introducing a new product in the market. In order to define and decide what should be the costing, what should be the price for this, we can use the price managed sales price. Here we can see the prices of the existing variant, and based on that we can copy and we can create our own prices. So there's a download template also, there's an import template also. So if you want to create prices on mass, you can use the Excel option to actually upload that data. So this particular sales price management will give you the flexibility to further decide on the price of the next variant model. So next, from the master data, we have the price management. There's an analysis of multiple condition types in the analysis of pricing elements. So the pricing element flexible analysis now supports the selection of multiple condition types for analysis. For example, you can check for discounts and condition and then strategize according to your company's priorities. This was a question that was asked to me in the last INDUS session, where people were looking kind of a maker checker scenario, where they were asking for, do we have a price management approval workflow? So if I create a new price, if I change a price, there's a mechanism in SAP to handle an approval so that it goes to an approval for request? So last time it was when we presented a session in INDUS, it was not there, but we want to highlight this. This requirement has also been included in the S4HANA. You can configure your system in a way that whenever there's a price that is newly created or it is changed, there's a trigger of the approval for the sales price. Only once it is approved, then only the new price will be reflected in your pricing procedures, your sales document. So you can see there are three options here. I'll just highlight. So you can approve, you can reject, or you can forward to whatever person you want to for approval. Next, we have the managed customer material. So So these all will help you to, strategize and prioritize your master data. So once your master data is in place, then all your processes will run smooth. So it's important that we give an equal importance to master data and the business processes that are underlying, or run because of these master data. So next we have the managed customer materials. In the Fury application, the managed customer materials enables a company to maintain customer specific names for its own products. So it could be like, there's a common query come to us that, customer is naming is like this, but we have our own name. Can we map it? Can we, have this relationship? Yeah, definitely. We understand your concern, and that's why this app managed customer material is there, where you can map the specific names for the customer with your own products. The application allows an internal sales representative to display the customer material, also the search for customer material using filter bar, create material copy. Okay, so all this is possible. So the business benefit is where there are scenarios where more than one customer material is referring to a single material number. So if we have, we say this, the customer says this is the material number, this is the material number, this is, but if they are referring to the single material, then we can maintain all this here. Then the next query that always, comes to us is the multiple business partner adoption. Do we have the option to have multiple business addresses in the business partner? So yes, it is possible. Like somebody was asking me, in ECC we have customer and vendor master data is maintained independently, but in SP S/4HANA we have the business partner as the umbrella in which we can have a customer, a vendor, and each of them having a different role. So there comes a need that we want to have a different addresses, when it is behaving as a customer, when it is behaving as a vendor, or maybe we have to ship to a different address. In that cases, we can have multiple address option for a business partner. So this is where I quickly took you, in for the master data to understand how we can streamline our master data. And once it is there streamlined, then we will next move to the processes like the sales contract management. So we understand, there are options to create sales order, but there could be a scenario, and there are scenarios where we want to enter into the sales scheduling agreement with our customers, and we want to buy periodically. So sales scheduling agreement process addresses the business need of component manufacturers who aims to plan requirements and deliver the expected quantity of materials to buyers over a defined period. So basically in the defined period, we are saying, okay, this is period, this is schedules, and we want to, get that material. So there is an app to manage sales scheduling agreements where you can search for your sales scheduling agreement. You can navigate to the further app. So from the sales scheduling agreement, you can further drill down to this. Also, there's a legal indicator, license type in the sales scheduling agreement, which have been added. It is also integrated with the GTS compliance check, where you can check, whether your sales scheduling agreement comply with your GTS or not. So you can see we have this app available here. You can see we are able to create sales scheduling agreement also, and it also works as a report. So a lot of queries come to us, do we have a report? These apps, Fury apps itself works as the reports, because it doesn't serve a single option of creating. It also gives you an option to actually see what sales agreement have been created. There's an option of download in the Excel. You can choose your filters, and then you can drill down. Next thing is available to promise. So basic availability check is already there when you purchase SAP S/4HANA, which tells you which products are available based on the delivery schedules, loading times, picking, packing times. In addition to this, we have advanced availability check, which is a licensed product, which is licensed. So we'll tell you, how does advanced ATP works, how does it help you in your ongoing business. So when we say, a business is running, for a business, it's important to commit to the timeline. So if I say I can deliver to your stock on this particular date, if I'd honor my commitment on that particular date or prior to that, that will ultimately lead to a happy customer and overall, satisfaction of my whole business process. So it's very imperative for any organization to have an ATP, and use that ATP to fulfill its commitments and increase their business margins as business profit. So when we say advanced ATP, only saying that a product can be delivered on this particular date is not fully will help you fully make your commitments. When you say ATP, it stands on 4 pillars. These pillars are product availability check. That means whenever you're pitching in your sales orders, for example, it will check whether a product is available or not based on the availability factor. It will do a scheduling and will tell you this and this date it is available. Then we have the back order processing. Now there could be a case where you have confirmed the product to a customer, okay, and the customer backs out and say, okay, I don't want this product, or for any chance the order is cancelled. You want to that product is now available, so there's an option for you. You can assign that product to some other customer, okay. Or there could be a situation that some other important customer says, and okay, I want this by this, and this is by this date, and this is an important customer for you, and you want to fulfill that requirement. So you can do a backward processing and say, okay, my this product is released, and I can allocate it to you, and then I can deliver it to you. So in many times we have faced this situation, when we reach to a particular as a customer and we say, we need by this, the customer representative generally will run and say, okay, no, I can get this product by this date and deliver to you. So that is back order processing. Then we have the product allocations. Now for a business, it is important to know when is the high time, what is the up time. So there could be a situation like January, February, March, where this product is being sold at its peak and there's a high demand, and there's situation like in November, December, it is not being sold. So it could be I can say an AC as an example. So in summers it will be high demand, and in winters it will be low demand. So can we prioritize our the availability on that basis of this? Can we plan on the basis of the availability? Yes, you can, because you have this product allocation where you can see on which dates and which criteria the availability is affecting your products. And then we have the release for delivery. So you can also plan and then release these products accordingly from your. In addition to this, we have this reviewability check available. It's an intuitive FPP Fiori user interface. It understands and how the calculation is done. So it'll tell you how it is basically calculating the availability. So if I tell you your product is available on 10 days from now, you'll obviously want to understand why 10 days from now, and now from 2 days from this, because you have an urgent customer situation. So it helps you understand in detail how the system calculates the confirmation. It helps you to visualize why this particular date, how much I can confirm, and give you a better insight. So instead of going to stock apps and going there and seeing my stock is available, if there's an MRP schedule, you can very well from this app review your availability and see what is the current situation of the availability. So any questions?
So this new Fiori app is part of the 2022 delivery, or?
Yeah, it is. It is.
Is it available for the on-premise as well, or it's only cloud?
No, we are having on. It's for on-premise.
Okay.
Okay, thank you. So next we have the sales billing. Now we'll try to cover and help you understand what are the important features in sales billing. I know sales billing is important for all of us, because at that time you get your revenues from the customer and you have to bill them accurately. Okay, so now you can see that we have divided into billing and invoicing, and there are preliminary documents available. So preliminary billing documents are equivalent to, you can say, performer, where we actually decide and create a temporary document and say, okay, this is a preliminary document, this is an intermediate document which is created, which can be used as a reference between you and customer, saying, okay, this is a preliminary billing document, and with this document you can negotiate and say, okay, this is how you will give it to you. So I'll give you an example. Generally when we go for any property buying or any rental business, they will tell you, okay, this is the charges which will be applicable on this and this and this pro rata basis, and they'll say, okay, if you're okay, then we'll go with the commitment and we'll bill you, we'll create a plan in the system. So that option, that having a preliminary billing document for negotiation purposes available. Then you can do a split analysis. A lot of times customer asks why my invoice is getting splitted. You can converge your multiple invoices coming from different systems into one single invoice. Now you can have enhancements can be done to schedule billing creation, schedule billing release. So these are all possible. I'll take you further to the details in these. So next, the first, like I mentioned, is preliminary billing document. So now you can create preliminary billing document based on the billing due list. You can also print. There's an option for output options. Like I said, you can print those and then you can negotiate and see if you want to bill at the same rate. Like you can see that there's a you're negotiating with your customer on the basis of the preliminary billing document, and then when this is fixed, then you're able to release the final document. So the app will look like this, and here you can see the preliminary billing document list. Okay, so next I said, there could be a customer for you which is creating different billing documents. It could be a debit memo, it could be a from a delivery, or probably there's some external invoicing happening into your like outside SAP, and you want to include that into the SAP, and you want to give him a single invoice. So this is very normal, because a lot of customers ask us, why do I give different invoices? I want to bill these invoices, single invoices. So SAP S/4HANA sales billing capability will enable an omni-channel approach where you can create a single invoice combining billable items from different channels. So these channels can be a delivery, open delivery, it could be a debit memo request, it could be a sales order where we have sales to invoice, and we have the external billing request. Now we have the billing plan for down payment. So billing plan is now enabled for contract item. If you can see that we have internal sales representative who is making a contract, and he can receive a down payment request. So new status is introduced on the contract header and the contract item. Automatically, the delivery block on the sales order on the based on the down payment request is determined. So if there's no down payment, there can be an automatic billing block, and when you clear that billing block, then only you can proceed further. So automatically removes the delivery block on sales order when we do the partial payment. So when we do a down payment, it automatically removes the billing block, and then you can further process your document. Next, we have the sales return management. Okay, so this is what we tell to our customers. So selling ATP billing is all that important, but it's equally important for us to understand and handle the returns, because when a customer wants to return something, either he doesn't want that product because of quality, or maybe he doesn't need it of any reason, and we should be sensitive enough to handle those customer returns so that we leave a customer satisfied, saying, okay, if there's something, I can always return and I can always go back to the company and make the customer a part of your value chain, or you can say a product part, you can make it. So we already know that we have a very effective sales return and refund management, where you can create return order, you can create lean returns, you can use the managed customer return apps where you can create your returns. So now it is also possible to return third-party products to suppliers. You can also incorporate inspections at customer sites in the return. When determining the refund for return items, you can compensate the customer with the replacement material. So if you don't want to give a debit memo, you want to replace with a material, that is also possible. And for a replacement material, you can choose a supplying plant, which is different from the receiving plant. So if you want the replacement material to be delivered from some other, that is also possible. And now we have also introduced the capability to handle bill of material. So a lot of customers used to ask us, why can't we handle this bill of material in customer returns? So that is also available if you were looking for that particular option to handle the bill of material. Okay, so like I already summarized, we have the features and request where you can do a customer return. The customer return will be available from here. You can create a customer return. That return can be created against an order automatically. You choose that order. We also have the accelerated return option, You can define the follow-up activities, whether you want to, do a replacement, you want to do a credit memo, do you want to do, what do you want to do, you can define. So everything is there. Okay. There's an inclusion of inspection documents in the process flow, like you mentioned, and there's approval workflow also for the customer workflow. So if you want to approve it and then only it should go, yeah, that is also very much possible in the customer return. So you understand that we are trying to cater you everything from the sales perspective to the return perspective. Now the return, the bill of material, the follow-up, the inspections, how the extracted returns, what do you want, you want to replace it, or you want to actually create a return delivery and then create a subsequent memo out of it. That everything is possible in the returns. Okay, so like I said, now we support a new sales kit variant in the advanced return process in the SAP S/4HANA. This variant in the return process is including prices on the header level while maintaining sub items for the logical processes. So now this is possible. You can see that we are having a bill of material, we can say a sales kit, where we are having the prices on the header level by maintaining sub items for the logistics. Now there is an ability to show the purchase order and the document flow of return order in the SAP Fiori app in the SAP S/4HANA Cloud. So it also, it is a return purchase order. It will show you in the process flow also. So this is now on the filtering option. Order reason as a filtering option that is visible and changeable in managed customer return apps in the SAP S/4HANA. Able to see and change the order reason. So you can change the order reason in the app itself. You can also search based on the order reason. So basically, if you want to see, why my products are getting returned. So if I say defective quality, okay, this much, this customer, this much quantity has been returned. Or if I say it is due to excess, something is wrong in my delivery model, it could be delay in delivery, why they are getting returned. So all these order reasons, you can use it to actually filter it in the system and increase your flexibility. And since you are able to identify why these returns are happening, you want to minimize these returns, that's for sure, because you have already invested in the logistics as your company is delivering to the customer, and now there's a return happening. You can make an efficient use of this return process to have this feature. So now this, if you are also a part of services, then the in-house repair and customer returns are now basically integrated. An in-house repair as a follow-up document in the return order is created. So basically, if customer returns to you and he wants a repair of it, or you want to repair it, you can create an in-house repair out of it. The in-house repair will be created, then you can repair it, do the service of it, and then you can send it back to the customer when the object is repaired. Okay, so that is the advantage. So if customer says, I want to return it to you because of certain repair issues or certain needs to be repaired, and there's an option to repair the product, you can say, okay, don't return it. I'll repair it and send it back to you. So you can create a return order. You can repair it using an in-house repair, and then you can give it back to the customer. So all the follow-up documents which you have for the in-house repair are supported along with the customer returns. So next we'll talk about, so you understand we're talking about order, we're talking about the billing, we're talking about the return. Next, we like to say, we are not a standalone product. Okay, SAP S/4HANA can integrate with, there are a lot of options for the API for integration. So if there is any requirement that is not fulfilled, or you see that, it is not available in a product, you can go ahead and develop. So we have an OData API for customer material info record, create, update. We have for sales quotation, sales contract, sales orders, billing document request, debit memo, credit memo. So these are some of the requests which I have shown here, but there is actually an API hub where you can go and you can see from the SAP S/4HANA, there will be n number of APIs available which you can consume and extend your product as per your need. Okay, so I think I'm just monitoring time. I have 13 minutes. So I'll just cover some of the intelligence scenarios to give you, edge of how SAP S/4HANA is a differentiator from, other products, and how from your daily routine, SAP S/4HANA gives you intelligent insights that help you run your business better. And why SAP S/4HANA? Okay, so now some of the intelligent scenarios are the sales quotation management, where you can predict the sales quotation to order conversion rate. You can predict the sales quotation will get converted into the order. So it basically leads, if I can say, these leads are converted into the order. So if you say that leads are 70% or 80%, you know how your business revenue or business model is going to work. And then if it is not, then you can also see why my leads are not getting converted into the sales order. So sales quotation to order conversion rate measures how successfully a sales organization is converting quotes into real sales. So, and how does it? It's basically the machine learning. So there's an inbuilt machine learning. You can define what parameters you want to take for that opportunity and say, okay, these factors it has to take. On based of these factors, it should calculate the lead into order conversion factors. So you can proactively monitor your sales quotation conversion ratio, work on the high probability, and forecast your sales with confidence. Now there's something called as a predicted delivery delay. So what do you mean by predicted delivery delay? So I say I will deliver it to the customer on, say, what is the date today? 2 days from now, 18th of March. But due to some reasons, it is not getting delivered. You can monitor that. The system will, tell you, this is the reason. It is early by these days. It is, it can be delayed by these days. So the question is, will the outbound delivery be delayed? And can you do something to delay, prevent the delay? So fulfilling a customer demand on time is essential, and you want to eliminate any delays which can happen for the delivery of that particular product. Right from the order entry till the product is delivered, you can monitor how a sales order items to be delayed. It can be delayed with two KPIs. First is the creation of the outbound delivery, and second is the creation of goods. So supposingly, I say similar type of order in the past have been delayed for the order delivery or for the goods issue. System will take into consideration the similar nature of orders which was delayed in the past. Using the machine learning, it will tell you, okay, there's a probability of delay for this particular material, or there's a probability of early delivery. So if you see, there's a probability of an early delivery for 7 days, so you're fine with it, you can leave it. But for there's a probability where there's a delay happening because of the past reasons. It could be that you are getting that product from some vendor, and then you're working on something and then you're delivering it. You can check why this delay is happening. It's at the vendor end, and what is the issue why this delay is happening. Then we have the product demand. Delay in search for forecast of jet delivery schedule means that that have been created for sales scheduling agreement item. You can display the product requested in the forecast delivery schedule. You can see changes which have been done in the jet. So basically, you can also monitor your product demand now and see, because just in time is basically is very important for manufacturing industries, particularly because you want to deliver a product in time. So if I say some company, manufacturing company A is creating a car, and it needs some some manufacturing sprocket or something it needs, it has to be delivered on time, and you need to monitor and plan on that particular schedule. So you can actually do that, the product demand, using this particular Fury app. So next, I'll quickly move to the sales order with natural language processing. So basically now, you can just type in your chat, and then say, okay, I want to create a sales order, or I want to upload this particular document. I want to, see this particular option. So you can use this natural language commands, in Spanish, German, French, along with English, to actually navigate and maneuver through the SAP S/4HANA cloud applications and create the business documents. Okay, so before I show your demo, is there any question to me? I'll just open my demo and then share again. Okay, so I'll just share my screen. So I was going through the question and answers option. So I think somebody is asking for this MTO and this. So if it's not in the roadmap here, then probably it is not planned. We'll have to check internally. But whatever is published in the roadmap, it's for the consecutive year, and based on that requirement. And if there's specifically it is something, we have to check and get back to you. But as of now, we don't see in the roadmap here, then it is not available. Okay, so we'll just quickly see a demo in the system. So now, like Kankana meant you can create a sales order through an import Excel. So when a sales representative logs into the screen, there's an app, the sales, to create sales order file. So if you want to create a sales order from your file, like Kankana mentioned, you can upload, browse. There's a sales order template, and then you can upload, and then system will process it. It will do the validation like Kankana mentioned, and then if it is successful, it will create a sales order. So it is now it's created a temporary sales order. A sales order has been created in the system. So from the Excel, you can go ahead and create your sales orders. You want to set a delivery block, a billing block, or you want to update a price. So everything is possible from that Fury app itself. So we are setting this block into the system, and probably a billing block. So if you don't want to bill for certain reasons, and don't want to bill because certain reasons, you can definitely give those reasons and block that particular sales order. And when your criteria is met, it could be anything, then you can release that particular orders. Okay, then you'll go to the sales order fulfillment. Now we have an app like Kankana showed you for the sales order fulfillment. Now there are a lot of apps which will tell you why your order, is there any issue, is there any resolution where that can be done, that particular sales order. So now we are in this particular app. Okay, we can have a 360-degree view. We can see this product. In this product, we can see what are the sales order, and in this sales order, we can see what are completed and what are in process, what is the net value, and was the document created. And then we can go into the further details of and see for that particular product what are the orders open in the system. Okay, so is there any action required for you, in order, in invoice, what is the issue in that particular order, what is the problem. So you can always go and see problem in the sense, it means why you're not invoicing, there's a delay in invoice, a delay in delivery. So all those you can see, and when is the next due, you can always see all these options. So you can see there's a graphical view here also, which will give you you can see invoice issue and delivery issue in sales order, billing block, credit block. Okay, so you can see unconfirmed quantity. So there is no quantity, it's unconfirmed and you have to deliver. So these all is available here system. So now you can see, since you have blocked for the delivery, it says blocked for the delivery. You can go and check why there's shipping data issue. You can fix that. You can add the payment terms. Then you can pick the delivery from the same app. So I don't have to go to any other place. From the same app, I'm picking it up, and then I say it's goods issue ready, and you will see that there's an option for goods issue in the below option. Okay, and then you can go and you can do the goods issue, which is done. In case you want to reverse, there's an option directly below. There is no separate application. You can just use this also to reverse, and then you can plan the invoice from the Fury app itself. So you can see, and then it shows you the overdue in 4 days. Then you can do the invoicing, and a general entry is created for this. So then you can see this order to cash dashboard. This is an analytical query which will tell you how much is the sales volume, the open orders according to the sales office, billing date, sold to party. All these options are available. And then then for this, I'll just like to conclude so that we can open up for question and answer. Yeah, please feel free to have any questions to us. And so we try to cover 1 hour is very less, but whatever innovations we had, we tried to put it in front of you. I hope you will be able to deliver it to you in the right manner. So please, if you ask questions to us, it will it will be good for every participant.
This is the awkward silence, I guess. So thanks, Sahil, and Kangana for delivering this entire session. Pavel, would you want to maybe summarize and kind of close? I'm seeing there are a lot of questions on the chat. I think they've all been answered. If there is any question on the chat which has not been answered, now is a good time to kind of remind us.
We'll just give a minute for questions. If there are not much questions, and we will go ahead and close the call. Okay. Yeah. Thanks, Sahil and Kangana, for delivering this wonderful session. Thank you all for attending this call today. So if you have any questions or anything, you can still reach out to us over the WhatsApp group. It's always open for any questions. And looking forward to meet you in the next session. So we also have the list of sessions lined up for the next 6 months. So we will be sharing it up with you after this call so that you can plan in advance. So once we finalize that, we will just be providing it to you. Yeah, Mukesh, let's close the call. Yeah, thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.